Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video for my English channel. I also have a Turkish one. If you know Turkish, you can also follow that one, which I will link it below. But this channel is for the people who can understand English with my accent. Obviously, I have a Turkish accent, but I am hoping you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so in this video, I want to start with something in my Turkish channel. I got this question a lot, so I decided to make a video about this. People are asking 2020, as you know, from the beginning, it just brings us the disasters, unexpected conditions, quarantine, so we need to stay home. All the weddings cancel, economies are not going very well. So people are asking me two questions all the time from my Turkish channel. So I think it's a common problem all over the world. So I want to highlight this. The first question is, we were planning to get married in 2020. Is there any good time astrologically that we should go forward in 2020? So they ask what the star says about this. The second thing is, if we, even though economy is not great, if I want to do a new entrepreneur start, what should I do? So if I want to open a company, is there a good time to do that? So in terms of like, so we can, this company make me a lot of money in the future, have a good potential to continue, I don't need to close it very quickly in near future because I don't have any profit. So these two questions keep coming up. So that's why I look at the stars, and we will analyze month by month what is the situation. So if there's any open windows for you to get married or to open a new company, a startup, or like the size of the company obviously can change, so that it can make you lots of profit and have a good potential to grow in the future. So this is two things we will look at today. When I say marriage, so I just want to highlight, and it's common on all over the world. I'm talking about when you sign the papers. So when you basically say yes, if you are doing in the church, and like that official moment that you are husband and wife. So in the marriage, we signify that. If you do the wedding party in another time, is okay. That's a completely different thing. So we don't care about that. Obviously you want to find a good time astrology to make your wedding party, to make it like more fun. But in terms of the feature of the marriage, when you say yes or when you sign the papers for marriage, it is the time when the marriage starts. It is a little bit easier for opening a company. So whenever you basically officially submit, like you open the company, or if it's a partnership, you just sign the contract. So these are the times you should plan to based on the stars. Okay. So when I'm doing this video, we are mid-May 2020. So I will start with May and continue month by month if there's any good time for you to do these two big and most important, I think, initiative in someone's life. Okay, so mid-May, what we have here. So from the mid-May, we have Venus is going retrograde this month. So Venus represents love and marriage and all kind of like one-to-one relationships. So because of this reason, it's not good time to get married. When you get married when Venus is retrograde, what happens? Usually that marriage is, you think you get married with someone, but then after a while you see that's not the person you think he is or she is, and there can be a disappointment like that. Or things might change after a while because of you, how you feel, or like because of how the other person feel, or because of external circumstances, and then you start the love fades by time. So and then usually it happens within the 18 months of like when you get the next Venus retrograde. Lots of people get divorced if they got married this time. So it's a little bit misleading. So it's better everyone say this is from ancient times till the modern astrology. Everyone say this. So you need to wait Venus to come back to normal speed and normal trajectory, and then you can make your final decision and go for it after that in terms of marriage and love. This is also true for the business initiatives, because Venus also represent what? Venus represent the money and profit. Okay, so it is whatever business you do, and when you start it, if Venus retrograde, then it means it's a bit not give you the enough profit. So without making enough profit, you just work so hard, but what you get in return is always low. So that's why we don't recommend to also open a company during this time. Plus, for the company specific, when we look at the company specific, Jupiter and Saturn is also going retrograde this month. So they also represent business, making business, so getting bigger, and so all these aspects of um, all these aspects will be missing in your company, so it will not get bigger easily. You might need to work so hard, but the return will be low, and also it might be a little bit lack of structure when we do this initiation, when Jupiter and Saturn is also going retrograde. So we just don't want to do any of these things in May. So when we look at the June, Venus retrograde continue the whole month. So whatever I say for May also valid for June. So June we don't recommend you to get married at all, because when we are in the middle of Venus retrograde. Plus we have two eclipses, so it's an eclipse season again. And then so in June, usually what we say when there's an eclipse, we say like there's so much dust coming up because like lots of unexpected stuff come to you, and usually it's external things, you never think about it, it's a surprise, it's something new, and so you get a little bit shocked. So the best thing is like instead of having like a reactive movement, just wait the dust settle down. So just consider, see the facts, just listen the news, but don't act yet. So just wait. So that's why the June is the time to just receive the information, just digest it internally, but don't act yet. So just you are not ready to decide. So that's why it's not good time to do marriage or any kind of business initiation at this time. It's better to see what the new situations, because everything will change every 6 months in this eclipse time. So you will be waking up in like a new condition, new outside circumstances. So you need to look at that, and if these two, opening a business or having a marriage, is still good, then you can go for it. So June definitely the worst month to get all these two things. So don't do anything in June. Okay. Okay. So then we came to July. So July, Venus retrograde not going on anymore, so which is good news. Jupiter and Saturn retro still continue. They usually retrograde for like 3 to 4 months. So that in terms of like whatever I say in May about the business, the growth potential, and there's no growth potential and it's lack of structure still continue. At least the profit side is coming up now, because Venus is getting normal again. But it takes a bit time to it gets to speed up, so you need to wait a couple of weeks in the beginning of July. But now what's happening is we also have from the June we also have Mercury retrograde. So the first 2 weeks of the month you shouldn't sign any contract. Mercury represents the contract, so marriage is a contract, business is a contract, so you shouldn't sign any contract because you might make some decision, you might skip some facts. Plus we have another eclipse in the beginning of the month. So the first 2 weeks on July, not recommended. Maybe from 20th of July, because all this lots of craziness of the June getting settled down. So from 20th of July we have 10 days there you might use for both these opportunities, especially for marriage, because business still maybe we need to wait Jupiter and Saturn. But for marriage, you can use the time window between 20th of July till 20th of August. So we have a 1 month there you can use, relatively good compared to other times of the year. So from 20th of July to 20th of August you can use this opportunity to initiate, like if you want to plan a wedding, so that's the time to do that. Signing the paper, I'm talking, maybe the wedding part is still not allowed in some parts of the world, so I'm not talking about that because of Corona. So yeah, I'm repeating again, between 20th of July to 20th of August, you can use this window to initiate your marriage. So from 20th of August, why I don't recommend after this point is Mars start to get ready to retrograde now. I know this year we have so many planets to retrograde. They didn't give us a break. So Mars is ready to get retro. Plus Venus start to make stressful aspects with Saturn, Jupiter and Pluto, which make Venus not happy. So it represents the profit and love. So we don't want to then do anything when Venus is not happy. And so in when now we are going to September. So September Mars retrograde, as I said, started and will start. And Mars retrograde is represent the passion, sexual energy, any kind of having fun. So your marriage will be, if you get married between in September, October, or November, because this will continue till November, mid-November. So your marriage will be lack of passion, lack of sexual energy. There might be passive-aggressive behavior in your marriage. There might be violence between couples. There might be lots of fights. So we don't want a marriage like that. I don't think anyone wants that. So that's why I don't recommend to get married in September, October, or November. This is not something I recommend. It's not a very good thing. And also in the business side, if you are lack of energy, lack of drive, so nothing happen without working on it, right? And then to work hard to achieve something, you need that energy. So that will be missing in your company. And also, like, people will not be passionate about the products you are producing or giving the service you are giving. So that's why I don't recommend you to open any company in September, October, or November. Mid-November Mars start to go direct, but it needs some time to get back to normal because it will be in a stationary state, so it doesn't move again. It still continue this impact of Mars retrograde. So that's why I don't recommend November the whole month. And then okay, what about December? A nice month. Maybe you don't mind to get married in the cold weather for the North Hemisphere, and maybe you are living in the South Hemisphere. Maybe then you are fine to make a wedding in December. So December, yes, Mars is now fine, but we have Venus in Scorpio. So Venus is in fall in Scorpio. So fall means it's not happy there. So if you got married when Venus is in something like a sign like Scorpio, then it means your marriage, there will be jealousy. There might be jealousy. There might be cheating. There might be some insecurities, and you just spy each other, control, check the other's phone. That kind of stuff can happen. So trust issues might come up. So for all this reason, I don't recommend you get married when Venus is in Scorpio. That's not very good presentation of Venus. So we don't want that. And the same thing, like cheating and then backstabbing can happen also in the business side if you open your company with a partner. So any partner relationship is not very good when Venus is in Scorpio. So we don't want that. When Venus come out of Scorpio is the time you can act, and this is from 16th of December. So from the second half of December is good time. If you want to have I don't know, like a Christmas time wedding, then that's a good time to do that. So we only have if we summarize, we only have 2 windows to open a company or getting married. So in 2020. So these times are from 20th of July to 20th of August, and the second open window is from 15th of December to the year end. So we only have these 2 small windows. Otherwise, it's not a very good year to start something very important to your heart. So I don't recommend that. So I want to just make this short video to answer these questions astrologically, because it come up a lot to me. And I'm hoping you find this helpful, and I'm wishing you a very good day, and hopefully see you in my next video. Thank you for listening.